Padula is joining us. He's the general manager of the Kimpton Grand Roatan. I was reading about you. When you were 10 years old, somebody told your mom you would be good in hospitality.
Yes. Hi, kid. How are you? Thank you for having me in your call. But yes, correct. That was exactly how this whole journey started. Well, it was one colleague of my mother. She used to work in a very typical office, but she used to be like a teacher of hospitality. And she told me that time, look, you will be great for hospitality. But imagine I don't want to say the year because I want to say my age, but it was a long time ago. And I keep it in my mind. And after when I arrived to 16, 17 years old, I decided to make the move and start hospitality. And here I am. So, yeah.
Did you expect, I know when you're like one of your first jobs was being a doorman.
Yeah.
You were greeting everybody coming into the hotel.
Yes.
And that's probably the first place people form an impression. Did you learn from that job?
Yes, 100%, of course. Look, and that one was actually, it was not my first job in itself. It was like my first internship. And there are two things. First of all is why you don't need to do with your internship. You need to take care of them. But actually, yes, you see that every job is very important. But if I can tell you about my first job ever in the hospitality was in the banquet. I was working as a banquet waiter, like a setting up coffees at 4 a.m. in the morning in Uruguay. So doing coffee milk. So that was my first job, and I was so happy. And yes, of course, you learn all from that one. And it helped me to see, I don't want to say from the bottom of the hospitality, but actually how you can grow and you can understand from the beginning about how this means to be.
I think it also gives you a complete, arc, because from the very bottom basic thing, how important that is. And you don't step into it with an I'm better than you are kind of attitude. And I met you and everybody loves you. And it's easy to see why Kimpton has chosen you for this location. I think it's a great fit. The island's a great place. I think you love it here so far. Yeah, but you've been at some other places too. Where else have you been?
Look, let me start from the beginning. I'm originally from Uruguay. When this history was in Uruguay and Montevideo. That's where I started my career. I started in Rizal, then I moved to Sheraton. And then I moved to Spain for 8 years when I traveled start with Valencia. Then I moved to the Basque Country, Marbella. And then I moved to Barcelona, Tarragona. Then I go back to Uruguay. And after Uruguay, I moved to Brazil to open the first 5-star hotel in the whole northeast of Brazil. Then I moved to Mexico City to open a W hotel in Mexico City. Then I moved to Puerto Vallarta, Punta Mita actually, to open another hotel. And then I moved to the other side of the world to Oman, where I opened the first W in Oman, in Muscat, which was great. I was there 3 years and a half. After that one, moved to Dubai to open another W in the Minas Yahi port, in the main center city, part of the city. And then come back to Mexico when I opened, that was my first position as a general manager to open Mondrian. And then I have a short term also help me with the opening of Soho House in Mexico City. And after here, that was great. And actually, as you mentioned, I'm extremely happy. As you might understand, after to live 6 years in Middle East with the craziness of Middle East and 2 years of Mexico City, also craziness, I think this is the right move for me, my family, and we're extremely happy to be here. It was exactly what I expected for, and I cannot be more happy about the decision I made to come here.
I want to see, what's going to happen, because everyone tries to put their kind of spin on a particular location because that's your job. Your job is to lead people, help them be the best they can, take every aspect of the property, make it great so that it's known around the world, because that's Kimpton's game. They're a big time player and they mean business, and they're going to show that this is a great property. They're going to make Roatan happen. And you've already started doing that. You have the Food and Wine Festival that's coming, and that's a big and elaborate thing. You're bringing in some chefs that are pretty world famous to help do this.
Yes, exactly. Look, that's part of the strategy of the vision that we have. I don't want to say me, but all my team have about how you need to position in a lifestyle luxury property, because it is actually where our brand is located in this segment. And for me, the vision that I have for this hotel is you need to position it through the local community and through the experiences. Because as you may know now, all the customer is shifting about to be more transitional experience toward experience activation that you have on the hotel. So that one is, the people now is willing to pay more, travel more for the right location and for the right experience. So we understand that this experience comes through all your activation that you do in your resorts. In our case, we have a very strong activation in food and beverage. Also, of course, in our amazing Kaukamasa, in all our yoga activation, wellness activation. But the idea is we live through our full activation. And this big package that we have, that I know you have been doing this, and I'm very happy that you interview all of my team talking about everything that we do daily here, is the Food and Wine Festival, which actually is, it's something that we're extremely proud. It's something that I want to be honest, something that Mauro and his team create even before I was here. So it's his baby and my team baby and William. So, but I can tell you now, we are already fully booked. We're ready today, 4 days in advance. We have now a ticket, and we're talking about 200 tickets already sold, and it's all coming from the local community. We don't have, as of now, some tickets from the hotels, people who will stay, so we keep a few for them. But that's telling us that we are going on the right direction, and what we're looking for here is that the locals see us as a place that you can go. And we understand that if you get that, the locals say to you, and you have a right product, the right service, it's the perfect mix actually to position in a hotel, especially in a new destination for us.
Roatan, I've been here for 10 years. It's growing in many ways. The quality of service has improved dramatically. The education has improved among employees. That's important because that's very critical, especially if you're trying to be a world-class resort or a world-class destination, as I think people here on Roatan recognize it can be. Yeah. And I see this being developed. In August, what are we going to be seeing outside of the Food and Wine Festival? Are there any other ideas that you have or things you're going to be throwing at us at Kimpton?
Yes, look, there is I can speak a lot about this. We do have a lot of ideas. In F&B, we still have our Purple Tuesday, our Wild Wednesday, chef tables, chef up on Thursday. We have the Tiki Day Thursday, the barbecue beach on Saturdays. Our brunches usually happen on Sundays. And also on the other part, which is the part of Kaukamasa, we also have some classes for yoga. But this is something that I would like to highlight now, because we want to the people feel open that you can actually come, and everything I'm talking now is not only for guests. It's actually aligned for what I tell you before, that our strategy is to be like the local community of safety. Now, so all these activations that I'm telling to you, that actually you can check in our Instagram, Facebook, the Really Well community is open for everyone. It's not only open, we also provide transportation. So from 6 to 10 p.m., you can have a transportation for West End to here on daily basis from 6 to 10. So that's what we would like to communicate now, that actually we are fully open for everyone. This is not an area only for the Kimpton guests. It's also the area for all the people from Roatan, who they need to understand this is for all of us. I say all of us because I'm part of Roatan now. So it's for all of us.
Well, it's great that you're there. I appreciate it. I know that we'll talk more in the future. I'd love to have you on once a month and at least see what's going on. I would love to. I read one other thing that really impressed me about the Kimpton Grand Roatan is that during the hiring practice, they made sure to hire as many people who are from Roatan and from Honduras as possible, and that the number of people that are not from Honduras or from Roatan are like on a handful, if I'm correct.
Oh, there you have, yes, exactly like this. We're 5. So that's actually, we're 270 something as of now. So for all this number, only 5 are from outside. So that's part of what Kimpton wants to make. It was our goal here, not only mine, also our owners, David Tasher and Kevin Wesley, having their minds to support and try to give something else to the island. And you mentioned before, our goal here is also to try setting up not you the standard, but at least to bring Kimpton standard to the island so everyone can be developed. Our goal and my goal for the future is maybe in a couple of years, 0 5, we are 4. In a couple of years more, we want to be 3. So the idea, this is something that we're looking for the Honduran community, for the local community. And that's why, for me, something that I'm extremely proud of is not only that you come here to work and open a hotel, but here also to try to make an impact in the whole environment of the island. And that's what we are trying to do here, to position in our hotel, but on the hand to position in the island and try to find as much as possible to develop the locals into this incredible journey, which is hospitality.
Well, good luck this weekend with the big Food and
Thank
Wine
you.
Festival, and we'll be looking forward to seeing you in the future.
I hope to see you on Saturday.
I hope so.
Yeah, yes, please, please. You need to be here. We would love to have you here. And you let me know after what you think.
Diego, thanks for coming on with us.
Please, it's a pleasure anytime.